The church didn't pay for the wedding. Y'all stop lying. God's been good to me. Y'all stop that. Y'all stop the devil. You are defeated. Yeah. 10 saying all these lies about the man of God. I bought the helicopter.
Unfiltered. Gather, my peeps, gather. So I was minding my business, editing a video while listening to YouTube. And suddenly I see my whole YouTube For You page, the whole timeline, guys, flooded with yet another church shenanigan. This time, Pastor Marvin Sapp and his wife. Now, initially, I was like, let me let this go. Because, guys, how many times did I not get into his ass? You better check the other videos. So I was like, I'm not getting into this one. But when I looked a little bit closer and I saw that white Easter suit shining, I was tickled. I was intrigued immediately. But guys, what really did it for me is when that new wife opened her mouth. Guys, now Pastor, I see you like a little challenge. A little rebel. Because she came in hot. A little bit defensive too. Made quite an entrance. And listen, I am going to tell you, Pastor Marvin, and the rest of our congregation, what I think about it. Y'all ready? Let's get into it.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often.
Now, guys, you already know how your girl does. I always go deep. I take it back a little bit. But today, we are not doing a full deep dive because, I dragged Pastor Marvin through several episodes. Go and watch them, guys. But for the new church members in here, let me give you a little light summary of who this pastor really is. Now, Pastor Marvin Sapp's life can be divided in 3 acts. Act 1, a gifted church boy from Grand Rapids that turned into a gospel star. But let him tell it, he never would have made it without his late wife, MaLinda Sapp. Now, Act 2 is him and MaLinda building a life together, building a church from the ground up, and then getting married and having kids, building a brand, an empire. But then, guys, cancer came. Colon cancer to be exact. And that ripped the center out of everything they built. And I think MaLinda died at the age of 43. Tragic. I mean, he had, as you can imagine, the hardest time, the hardest heartbreak. Let him tell it.
I was apologizing because I tried to give her everything. And the one thing that I wanted to give her most, I couldn't give her. And I found myself just telling her how sorry I was because I just couldn't do it.
She was so sweet, so kind, so involved within the church, the community, within his life. So that was a big loss for the entire family. And then Act 3, which is basically a widower bishop now that turned into a single dad. Now, he survived gossip, he survived controversy, but then fast forward to today, he reemerges with a polished, outspoken, highly credentialed new wife named Laboris Cole. Now, his new wife, guys, was clearly not interested of entering the scene as a silent, decorative, first lady on the hand of Marvin Sapp. She is a 37-year-old native of Mississippi, and she is heavily rooted in counseling, behavioral health, mental health, all the things. And when she met him, let them tell it, they have been knowing each other for 10 years. Now, I was doing the math. I was like, 10. When his wife, I was trying to, but 10 years, MaLinda already passed then. She already had her own ministry. She already had her own business, her own ecosystem. Now, I definitely think that tracks with why she presents herself so confidently. She is used to being platformed. She is used to leading. And she does this all with passion. And guys, when I tell you passion,
when the scripture says faith without works is dead, that means I have a responsibility to do some type of work. It's not their own false prophet. You just didn't do the work. I can prophesy all day that you will receive $1 million. I can prophesy all day that your body will be healed. I can tell you that I see the Lord saving your family. I can prophesy all day you're going to get the job. But if you don't have the qualifications for the job, you won't get the job.
That put the fear in me. And let me tell you something. When people talk with that cadence, with that aggression, I don't hear the message anymore. That's when I stop hearing the message and I start analyzing the person. I can't absorb the message. That's just me. Now, guys, talking about absorbing the message. Picture this. Easter Sunday. Listen, because we got to set the scene. You know how your girl does. I got to set the whole scene.
Grace Peace family, listen, Bishop Marvin, I'm excited about another amazing day. This day is Resurrection Sunday. There's a word from the Lord entitled, The Blood Still Works. Listen, if you're not able to be with us at our 9 a.m. service, which is about to happen even as we speak, I need to see you at 11. You can also watch us via streaming. I'm excited, I'm elated. He got up, so you can get up too.
The Chosen Vessel Church, Easter Sunday, Jesus Resurrection Day. Not just any Sunday, the Sunday. That is when the wigs are wigging and the suits are suiting. Oh, guys, that is when even the people that haven't been to church since 2019, they suddenly find the Lord again. So the people sat there. Biggest church day of the year. New First Lady, fresh marriage. All eyes on her, guys. People sitting there talking about, okay, let's see her. Let's look what she's about. So they are expecting a soft voice, a graceful smile. You know, a little God bless you, saints. You know how they do? God bless you, saints. You know that type of talk. But instead, guys, they got this.
Y'all stop lying. Stop it. Everybody not broke. And everybody don't need the church's money.
Hey, MaLinda would never. So laborious, you are a mouthy human being. So your educated self thought it would be wise on Easter Sunday to take your funky church foot up in the people pulpit. Okay, let me calm down. Okay, not funky church foot, your church foot. Hey, up in the people pulpit during, and I'll say it again, a Easter service to serve the people with a hot plate of attitude. I cannot believe, girl. And I am sure this is not the elevator pitch that people were hoping for, niece. But I guess to understand why you went into that pulpit, guns blazing, it might be important to actually talk about what pushed you there. Because this just didn't come out of nowhere, of course. So we need to talk about that too. See, guys, you know what happened? The streets had been talking. And when I say talking, I'm talking about the YouTube church streets, the Facebook church streets. In the comments, in auntie group chats, it was everywhere. Gossip. Now, when you ask me, Debs, what were they gossiping about? Listen, so Pastor Marvin Sapp came forth just a couple of weeks ago, not even, I think, and he told everybody outside of the church, because I'm sure that the church already knew, but then he told everybody, listen, I just got married. So on the 20th of March, they tied the knot. Now, they shared their wedding photos exclusively with Essence Magazine. Now, I do not know, but if you give Essence the preview to your wedding and your photos and whatever, I don't know. I'm sure that is in exchange of a little bit of money. I don't know. These people don't do nothing for free, allegedly. But anyway, so when the people actually saw these photos in the lavish wedding and, you know, the ones that did not attend. Now, even the ones that did attend, I'm sure these church folks, they were talking. When I say talking, I mean, let Laboris tell it. So they were saying things like, I bet the church paid for that wedding. That wedding looks expensive. Whose money is that? There were also people that were like, and who bought this helicopter? And then some church aunties were sitting around and they were like, this money that we're giving, it's not going where we think it's going. Hey, they were talking. Now, even though they were connecting the dots where the dots shouldn't even be connected, I still was very proud. Because to me, you know, that is a testimony. That is proof of the people waking up just a little bit. Because guys, this wasn't just some random gossip. It was a buildup. Because even though I am not in that church, we are not in that church. You know, there's a lot of things going on. Because people have been side-eyeing Pastor Marvin ever since that close the door moment.
There's 1,000 of you, I said close, don't leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching.
40K controversy, people link that to the wedding real quick. Even without any context, even him, you know, raising the money for another church, not his church. People don't want to hear that. They were doing the math. You know, we have a lot of investigators, you know, out here in this church land. So they were sitting like, okay, so we raising thousands of dollars. And now we got a wedding that looks like a gospel awards after party. You see how fast people are calculating. I'm telling you this. But I have to say, in all honesty, because you know your girl and you know us, we got to keep it real. As pressure was building, as the whispers were becoming louder, and the side eyes turned into full conversations, the people weren't only watching anymore. They already started forming opinions. So then when Easter came, they were sitting up there like, so she's benefiting from the new church's money, this new wife. And all these rumors floating around and the people side-eyeing her quietly. She felt it. So when she stepped up there, because this is how I see it, she wasn't stepping up there only like the first lady. She was talking to the congregation like somebody they already knew. Like somebody whose name was in rooms she didn't even walk into yet. Now, to play devil's advocate on her behalf, I understand why she said something, to defend herself. But girl, did it have to be on Easter Sunday? If you ask Debs, that was not the moment. In church, timing is everything. And the tone even more. Listen to me, niece. You are newly married. You are stepping into a church that is already watching you. Now, I don't care how experienced you are with your ministry and in other churches, and you go, yes, because I've seen. I don't care. You're stepping in as the first lady of a new church. But not only that, you are also silently being compared to his late wife. Now, whether that is fair or not, this is what happens. You are silently being compared to MaLinda. This is how it goes. And then for your first big public moment to be a clapback. Oh, God. That is not the brightest idea, sis. And you are very educated, very intelligent too. Or so I heard. Now, it felt very defensive. It felt very irritated. Although you tried to, give the message with a smile. It felt like you were arguing and going back and forth with people that haven't even fully got acquainted with you yet. Now, let's be honest. These rumors didn't start because people are just haters. Because that's always what is said. It is all because people have been clocking and seeing these patterns that are within the church culture that they have seen before. Pastors living lavishly, churches funding lifestyle, offers being, let's say, creatively allocated. So when they saw big pastors, lavish wedding, recent money controversies, their brain just went like, they were like, yes, this adding up. But for the people that do not know what I'm talking about and are like Debs, we need more context. So what exactly did she say? You are right. Let's look at Mrs. Laboris Cole, Sapp, and let's see what she exactly told this congregation on Easter Sunday of all days. Let's watch.
Because we have an extremely special announcement that is about to take place. But let me tell you why I'm so excited. I'm so excited, not because of the announcement, but I'm excited about who making the announcement. I want you all for the first time, put your hands together and give God praise for the First Lady of the Chosen Vessel Church as she makes a very special announcement.
Well, bless the Lord. Yeah.
Now, first of all, when I saw that hug, it was kind of like a, but then again, you are in front of the church, so you have to be a little bit, but it was, when you hug your uncle, you're like, oh, uncle, you don't want to be, I don't know. Okay, we're just a couple of seconds in. Let me calm down.
I'm going to get my announcement out the way really fast. All my women, make some noise. Yeah. Listen, let me hear you say denim. Shout it. Denim, diamonds, pearls. Say it again. Denim, diamonds, pearls. Guess what, ladies? When I was dating your pastor, he knows I love women. I love love. And part of my ministry assignment in the world is to create gatherings for women and also worship arts. So if y'all see me running down here, going in a circle, I love God. I love God. He's been so good to me.
He's been so good to me. But this announcement is for, I was sharing Bishop, you guys can have a seat. I was sharing Bishop a vision I had for my personal ministry. And he says to me, he says, why you can't do that at the church? And I said, oh, he said, yo, we become one. I said, oh, so singles, make sure you know who you marrying. That you don't marry somebody that try to compete with you. So Bishop, thank you so much for taking all of me, all that came with me. Ministry, goofy, loud, happy, loving. I appreciate you. Despite what the haters on the internet say about you, you are an integral man. You don't take or rob the church. The church didn't pay for the wedding. Y'all stop lying. God's been.
You are an integral man. Huh? We're going to pause for a bit. You are an integral man. Ladies, make sure who you marrying. Sis, let me ask you this. Do you know who you are married to? Because I don't mind to do a whole deep dive on Marvin Sapp. If you want to, sis. Now, I want to make sure. Now, you have been friends for 10 years, I heard. You are 37. Your oldest child, Marvin, is 31. Kind of like the same age bracket, but that's neither here nor there, child. But you have been friends for 10 years. Friends, let y'all tell it. So I'm sure you know each other. I hope. But while I am looking at your husband, the bishop, and the way you talk to him like it's your damn uncle or your bishop. But okay, wait. The way you are looking at this man, and the way this man is looking at you, and he is standing there in that angelic white Easter suit. I don't know. Pastor, let me ask you something. Is this union just because you want to shut the congregation up? Or because it's giving? I don't know. Are we pretending or is this real? This is just a question. This is just a question. I don't know. I'm asking. Because, Pastor, you are giving me a real vibe. Now, as you can see, she is also going all in, talking about the haters on the internet. And she came in hot. Now, listen, guys, I want you to understand. You came there, dragged yourself out of bed. This is a crazy world we're living in. People are going through all sorts of emotions, all sorts of problems. You dragged yourself on church because you were like, listen, this is Resurrection Day. This is Easter. Let me do this and that and put my things on. I'm coming to church. Now you go there. You put your foot inside that church. You are expecting to receive a message from the Lord because, you have been going through. Sit there. And the first thing you hear is some shit like this. The first thing you hear. Now, maybe you came with, some family members or friends that tell you, listen, this church is this is it. Now, I know you've been to churches where, money grift and things, but this is not this. This church is wholesome. We talk about nothing but the Lord. And you set your ass down, and the first thing she's talking about is haters and money. And what an anticlimax when you sit there and you were expecting the word that this is the first part. Now, I don't care if some of you, Debs, but you didn't hear the whole sermon. It was a very nice Easter Sunday because the pastor, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this is how she started. He said she had a special announcement. Talked about the women thing. Denim. What did she say? Denim, diamonds, and talked about it for 2.5 seconds. And she went in. I don't care what the rest of the service. Now I'm occupied in my head with this thing that she said. Oh, God, I'm going to get in your ass after all of this. Listen, Laboris, I'm going to go in. I have to warn you, girl. Talking about money and church. Hey, guys. Let's continue. See, I can't even press the play button. I'm getting hot.
Good to me. Y'all stop that. Y'all stop the devil. You are defeated. Yeah. Saying all these lies about the man of God. I bought the helicopter. He didn't buy the helicopter. Let's make that straight while we screaming. Y'all stop lying. Stop it. Everybody not broke.
So you come there. I can't believe this, guys. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I can't believe they are taught every time, it never fails. There is something else within the church that just blows my mind. You have been married to this man for 0.5 seconds, and you are already coming there, talking down to the people and just going in, schooling the people. Talking to the people at home too. So the people online, if it was me, I would have clicked off, went to another service. Easter Sunday, doing this to me. I don't think so. So you came in there. Not everybody's broke. Talking about the half of the congregation might have money problems or whatever because all their money are going to y'all. So, they're sitting there, empty wallet. Talking about not everybody is broke and I bought the helicopter with your counseling money. Could be. You have several businesses. Could be. But you are buying the helicopter. Not let the streets tell it. Your man doesn't even want to fly. Taking cruises everywhere he goes. Doesn't want anxiety and things. I heard it on the gossip streets. What is going on? Going full in on the people. Half the people there. Haven't been to church in years. Don't even know your ass. And you giving them some message like this. I love the Lord. And this is what you lead with. Instead of leading with the word. Instead of coming there. Have a little couth. Have a little, MaLinda would never, girl. MaLinda would never. This what you're doing here. Have some class. Come in, be a little bit humble. I don't like it when people say humble and humble yourself. You don't have to humble yourself. You can be who you are. But this is not the way you introduce yourself. Let him talk to the people. If the people be talking about, he is a money grifter, let him debunk it. We have been saying this for years. Let him do the thing. You just came in, girl. Oh, God. I can't stand this. And then the fact that you're doing it, that you're introducing yourself like this, oh, God, already blows my mind. But then doing it on Easter Sunday. Listen, I can't believe. No shame. No. Guys, help me out here. This is not good. Look, oh, God, when I look at you.
And everybody don't need the church's money to pay. God's been good, y'all. I just don't look.
Everybody don't need the church's money. Now, I don't know if that's true. I beg to differ. Because wasn't it your man that asked the people to close them doors? Wasn't it him? 40K. Otherwise, you couldn't go out. You couldn't go out to eat. You had to stay. 40K. Now, I don't care for what pastor he raised the money or whatever. 40K he won. You don't need our money. Now, people, now that as a first lady, she came forth with a big church foot and told you guys, not everybody's broke. We don't need the money. We have this. You close your damn wallets. I have been telling you this ever since the beginning of 2026 and years before this. Look at my video. Close that wallet. Now, I can already hear the people because they have been doing this in the comments. Debs, listen, you have to give and tithes and offerings and things. Don't give it to them. Now, I am not the one that, wants to tell you who to give your money. But can't you give it to a charity or you give it to... Because she said she don't need it. They don't need your money. What is money? She doesn't need this. So I'm talking about them specifically. I'm just obeying what she said. She don't need it. You don't give it.
Good. But I have surrendered my life to God. And he's blessed me with multiple streams of income as well as the bishop. He has multiple streams of income outside the church. When he wasn't getting paid here, God still blessed him.
When he wasn't getting paid there, he got multiple streams of income outside the church. Meanwhile, your wallet is empty, giving your last. But she says multiple streams. They bless. God bless them. So, but you are sitting there. What are you? Unblessed? because you don't have 1 cent.
God still bless. So y'all go and record and tell that. Yeah.
I don't like that.
I tell Bishop all the time, I told God a long time ago, I'm not going to serve you and your people, and I'm broke. I look like brokenness.
We're going to remind. So I'm not, so listen. This for me, no, I need to go in. So she's told God long time ago, I'm not going to serve you and your people if I'm broke. I'm just going to leave it there, and I want you to type something. Church folks, type something. Unfiltered, my fam, type. She's not going to serve them while being broke. Now, there's a difference to me. When you pray the Lord for abundance, you pray the Lord for, you flourishing and trying to make it. Or just flat out telling them, you better give me the money, otherwise I'm not saying one God, one thing. Because that is what she said. Do not twist it. That is what she said. I told the Lord, I'm not going to serve you and your people if I'm broke. Because now she's coming with an explanation. Now, let's do the explanation before I'm going in.
So how can I be a living witness to you all that God is healer? Okay, let me go with my assignment because I'm the bishop.
How can I be a living witness to you if God is the healer? So basically saying, listen, if you don't give me the money, then I cannot be a testament within the church that this is what, you can accomplish. Meanwhile, serving all the people that are broke year after year after year. A lot of them, not all, some. But this is how you talk to God. So you better or else. Hey, guys, mouth. If I tell you mouth, this one. I don't like her. I do not like this one. I'm sorry. I don't. She rubs me the wrong way. Now she might.
Give me a pop. All right, you had the strength of denim. You carried the brilliance of diamonds, women. You've been shaped through pressure like pearls. Denim means you are resilient. Diamond means you are valuable and full of brilliance. And pearls mean that.
Who is she talking to? She is standing there to the side, reading it. This is your event. You're reading it off of your mobile phone. You don't know your own event. Reading the things off. Denim is this, diamond is pressed, and this. All these metaphors and statements, you put that together. And you are this, and not even looking at the people. Girl. Oh, girl.
Even what tried to break you produced something beautiful. And this is exactly why I need every woman, say every woman, to join me May 9th. May 9th, here at the Chosen Vessel Church. You can register online at thechosenvessel.org. Tell your sister, your mama, your best friend, your niece, your granddaughter, your sister friend, your mother, your mentor. If she is 16 or older, she needs to be in the room. There's something that God wants to share with her.
We are not going.
That's out of the box. You're not too old. You're not too young. And those of you who are entrepreneurs, because I'm an entrepreneur, guess what? There's a marketplace for you. So go online as well. And the seats are limited, okay? So first come, first serve. Next Sunday, I'll be in the foyer to help register you all. But you just go on that website. It's from 11 to 2. There are tickets online. My VIP, I got something special for you. And the money is going towards the event, okay? As well as I want to bless a nonprofit in the church. So if you got a nonprofit here, since we taking folks' money, I want to bless you. I can't wait to see you soon. Love y'all.
You see how she came with that last dig, says we want your money. And you are buying a ticket to go to her event. If I hear that one of my family members on here, my Unfiltered, but I don't think that you are putting your last dollar into that event. Hey, guys, I'm going to be so disappointed. You are not going to that, not my peeps. My God. Oh, God. Listen. Look at this one.
Okay.
White angel. Hey. Look at this one. Now, the way you put your hands up, Pastor, you were like, And I could see it in your eyes when you were looking at her. You were like, oh, God, Houston, we got a big problem. Yes. Yes, you do, Pastor. You have a very big problem on your hands. You were friends for 10 years. You saw her big mouth things. I don't know what all she did for you. I think this is a pretend thing. But you finally thought, okay, let me shut the church up. Let's get married. But the one you got married to, this rebel, this one, oh, hey, God, you are in for a ride. And I will gladly follow this ride. Because this one will take you straight down the path of no return. If you give her enough wiggle room. This one.
Okay.
Speechless.
I don't know. Clock it. I don't know.
Speechless. He is. I'm telling you.
Yeah, okay.
Look at.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
I bet you don't.
I want y'all to understand that she's fiery, so, and she's passionate, and most importantly, she's saved.
God. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry you already know your girl after. You see, because now he's coming with the explanation. Because he already knows. He has been in this game for I don't know how many years. So he's like, oh, shit. This is going to be some shit. This what she just done. That's why he froze when he stood there. He was just like, you saw his mouth go. Because he cannot believe what is happening right in front of his eyes. First, I thought he set her up to say these things. That's what I thought. That was my initial thought. Like, he put her there in the pulpit to do the dirty work. That's what I thought. Until I saw him freezing and standing there. Hey, guys, listen. He can't even speak. Now he's coming with the explanation. She's fiery. She is. Now he talked to the congregation because he already lost us. She's fiery. She's this. And you have to understand. Let's listen to the explanation. Wait.
Amen. She's Holy Ghost filled.
Holy Ghost filled she is.
So govern yourselves accordingly, ladies. It's going to be an amazing event. You don't want to miss it. Go to the website and begin to register even as we speak. Even those that are watching via streaming, you may want to fly in to be a part of that Mother's Day weekend. Somebody shout and say, God is great and he's greatly to be praised.
To God be the glory. Now, Laboris, niece, let me talk to you because I don't need you to be all saved, sanctified, and stiff. That is not what I'm asking from you. But at least when you enter this life of holiness, now you entered it a long time ago, but when you enter this life as a first lady, can't you at least take a class, 1 or 2? Because you know what it is to me. It really irks my spirit, this what I see. Because I don't care how many businesses you have, how many titles you hold, the type of boss chick you represent. I applaud all of that. So I don't care about none of that. I applaud it. But you also chose to be a pastor's wife. I also have been saying this to Carrie Turner Bryant. I have been giving her the same message. You chose to step into this role. Now you have to act accordingly. What is accordingly, Deb? Now I don't know, but there is this 101 as to how to be a first lady. Isn't that old-fashioned, Debs? It depends on what it is. Don't you have to have a certain role? Yes, you have to. You have to dress a certain way because here you are condemning other people for doing all sorts of things. So, okay, the dress thing. We got that out of the way. But then you also have to wait how to introduce yourself, how to talk to the people. We didn't ask you to take on this role. You are not a pastor. Now, let the streets tell it. Pastor Marvin, you are arranging certain things, doing a spring cleaning within the church to position your wife and whatever. So you might come forth as a pastor too. I don't know what's going on there. But, my God, I don't know if it's a thing now, but some of you church ladies and first ladies, I'm talking about first ladies, you are competing to being the hottest thing. I've seen it. Now, the way I see you speak, it sometimes reminds me of Carrie.
You ain't being mean. You recognize a witch when you see a witch. Hey, you ain't being messy. You ain't being fake. I ain't got time to chit-chat with somebody who I know is trying to destroy me.
Now, Pastor Marvin, weren't you fooling around with her too? Pastor Jamal Bryant's wife. Allegedly. Allegedly, this is what I heard on the church streets. I don't know. I have to. Allegedly.
On a personal note, Marvin has been linked to women such as Pastor Jamal Bryant's current wife, Dr. Kari Turner.
Dr. Kari used to date and was engaged to Marvin Sapp. And Marvin Sapp and Jamal Bryant are best friends and apparently used to do heavy alleged orgies together in Detroit.
But how was it? If it's true, how was it? Because I see that there's some similarities.
And the Lord told me to tell you, and he revealed to me that you now use for an excuse. You no longer can write or dream, and it's in part to you having writer's block.
The way they speak, they walk in the pulpit, they preach. Huh? You want to be the hottest thing. But that is not what you represent. You chose to represent a pastor, an apostle, a saint. It comes with a certain, a certain couth, a certain humbleness within the people, softness. Yeah, that's not what you want because you are women of the, you are doing the thing. I understand. You are your own person. But once you step your big toe in that role into the pulpit, you have to do some switching. Now, this will probably fall onto deaf ears because half of, the church sector right now is giving examples left and right of foolishness. So I'm sure you that are 37 years old and you're watching this foolishness online and you're seeing all these things. This is not the greatest example. So this, what I'm saying, will fall onto deaf ears because you are like, listen, look what she's doing. Look what he is doing. Look what that one is doing. So I understand. But what I have a problem with, guys, is the constant theatrics around the church.
We're going to have baptism for our kids. Now listen, this is sick. Listen, I'm a youth pastor at heart. And we're going to have a slide for the babies. So they'll be able to, they got to be at least 5 up. Let me say that. But for the babies, we're going to have a slide. And I'm going to be at the bottom of the slide so they can just slide down the slide. And when they're at the top, I'm going to say, in Jesus' name. And they're going to slide down the slide. And they're going to go right in the water. Y'all ain't never seen no baptism like this.
Everything but preaching the word of the Lord. That comes last. So that comes secondly, but it does not come first. Business, money, this, everything have to do with, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businesswoman. Preach, woman, preach. Lead in with prayer. It's Easter Sunday, talking about business, money, and haters, and idolizing all these materialistic things. The constant desire to be the next viral hot topic on these internet streets. Is this normal? But I don't like this, but I think this is the new normal. So I think I am also the problem because maybe I have to look at it differently and now 2026 is just old-fashioned. But now, listen, I'm not saying you should do this. You have to be stiff. Your dress. That's not what I say. Do whatever you like to do. But I'm just saying, once the people criticize your ass, don't be surprised because you took on a certain role. Now, some people might say she's young. She has to grow into it. She's almost 40. This is what you chose. You chose to be a beard, a trophy wife, because that's how I see it. Because you dating this man, 22 years older with a bald spot here in this middle. Young, vibrant. Listen. Is this some type of agreement that you guys have? Because nothing in this life is for free, allegedly. So you then, humping. A 22-year older, and I know a lot. I had older guys too, so I know what it is to date an older. But when I look at him in his suit and his bald spot and there has to be some sort of exchange. So you getting all these positions and whatever, is this part of the agreement? I'm just asking. I'm not alluding to anything. This is a question that I have. Answer it in the comments, Labors or Pastor Sapp, please. My God. See, here's the bigger issue for me. Labors came forth and she spoke like she was already under attack. But the congregation, and I'm not talking about the ones that spoke about it or whatever, but the rest of the congregation, they were still observing. So instead of you going there and start to build and try to build connections, you were going in and giving and handing out corrections left and right. And this is what so many church folks do, or even have the tendency to do. Just go into correction. You this, you that. You said this, you think this. Right off the bat. Can't you not understand, Labors, that creates a distance already? And also that rich people talk. I bought the helicopter. The people there went with the bus to church, borrowed money for the public transportation. Now you're here talking about helicopter. Oh, God. If I tell you I don't like this, guys, please calm me down. Now, I know people are going into the comments and saying, don't compare her also to MaLinda, because MaLinda was another person and she has to be her own person and this and that. Listen, this is what happened. I said it before. She would never. She was very humble, very with the people, and you are your own self. But I'm telling you, this is quite a jump for the people. I'm not going to the church. I'm just trying to help you, Laboris, as to how the people work. And you, that deals with people's mental and this. You cannot put the math together that this was not the best thing. You are a whole behavioral coach. Behavior where, what? What coach? You. And after I give my money to you and you can't even control your own emotions. Sitting there, going there like a crash bandicoot, coming in, Easter Sunday, this, that. And you want me to get some behavioral classes in your guys? Me? Never. You, Laboris. Nah. No. It's not going to happen. So now you're coming in young, vibrant, loud. It's quite a contrast for the people, Laboris. And like I said, people are subconsciously comparing. Girl, we just met you and you already came in, rearranging narratives and setting boundaries and correcting people and everything. We just met you. You don't walk into a new house and start rearranging the furniture without the people even knowing you or getting to know you. Where they do that at? They didn't even welcome you in yet. You starting to rearrange. This couch goes there, this. Huh? So you know what happens now then, Laboris? So instead of the people focusing on your credentials, your accomplishments, your role as a new first lady, they are focusing now on your tone, your attitude, and why you came on so strong. You see me? I'm doing a video right now. This is what people are focusing on. And let me say this last part, because in church culture, people don't just listen to what you say or what you got to say. They listen to how you say it, the tone. And our first acquaintance with you, me. So you might have known some of the church people, but that first acquaintance, you don't really sound like a first lady. So Pastor, I suggest you turn this around for your wife fast. Let her do some charity work, from within the church or whatever, something. Because this could easily go left. It could. You see what happened to Carrie at the dress or whatever, people been dragging her left and right. Now, you might say you don't care. You should care. You should care as a pastor. You should. Now, I've seen you tried to clean it up, but you should really talk to her when you have some pillow talk and try to see, because this one will lead you to a path of destruction if you don't look good. You really, Pastor Marvin Sapp, and especially if this is for pretend. Don't let this woman bring your empire down, Pastor, because he's mouthy. And I don't necessarily know if it's in a good way, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, my unfiltered peeps, what do you think of all of this? Do you think it is nice to have a little spice within the church? Or do you think our niece is definitely not bringing the peace and she needs some one-on-one lessons on how to be a church lady? Or do you think that she can grow into this and this was just a wrong move, but she'll do better? Now, if you like this video, hit a like for your girl. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do yourself a favor today. Be nice to yourself and hit that button, because I will be coming back with another video sooner than you think. You better press that notification bell too. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.